Hello, everybody. Wolfang here. Today is Monday, March the 9th. I love it. So how we all doing today? Good, I hope. Beautiful weather here. I think we got up into the 60s. I don't know. I just love this weather. It's perfect. Well, not perfect, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so with the big distraction going on in the Middle East with Iran and the neighboring countries, I've been hearing stuff about Cuba lately. Like every other day, I'd hear something. It's like, what the hell is going on with Cuba now? Well, apparently, Cuba's falling apart. But Cuba's always looked like it's been stuck in the 70s anyway. Look at the cars and shit over there. I'm not gonna rag on Cuba. I've never been there. I'm not sure if I'd want to go there, but you know, they're constantly getting battered with freaking hurricanes. So they were talking about Cuba on the way home. They have, from the way it sounded, they are going downhill quick. Well, Trump has made comments about Cuba. So I thought, you know what, maybe I got curious, so I looked into it. So let me share the article that I found. Come on, open up for me. There you go. Well, I didn't find the article because there was too many ads, but I typed it in. Sorry about that. As of March 2026, President Trump has intensified pressure on Cuba, implementing a strict oil embargo and signaling a push for regime change following actions in Venezuela. The administration is tightening sanctions, restricting travel, and investigating the Cuban leaders, aiming to disrupt the island's economy, which has led to severe fuel shortages and a crisis in the tourist section. Tourism. Let's go tour the place. So it says economic pressure and oil blockade. Trump has ramped up a strict blockade on oil shipments to Cuba, specifically targeting its supply chain after intervention into Venezuela, which has severely crippled the Cuban economy. Regime change goal. Trump has stated that Cuba is going to fall soon and described it as a question of time for the current government to be replaced following his actions in Iran and Venezuela. Take care of Cuba, promise. Trump pledged to take care of Cuba, mentioning potential involvement of Marco Rubio and hinting at a friendly takeover or forced change in leadership. Targeting leadership. The Department of Justice is investigating and seeking to bring criminal charges against top Cuban leaders to facilitate this shift. A humanitarian impact. The actions have caused widespread shortages, including reduced public transport, school hours, and energy, with residents struggling with a lack of fuel. Travel and financial restrictions. The administration has reinforced restrictions on travel to the island, limited remittance money transfers by Cuban and Americans, and cut visas, deepening the isolation of the island. This maximum pressure approach marks a significant reversal of the Obama era normalization, with the Trump administration aiming to force a political transition by breaking the island's economic lifeline. So, with everything that's going on, it's affecting Cuba, and Cuba had ties with Venezuela. Venezuela has ties with who? Suppose what? I don't know. Russia, is it? China? I don't know. Everybody's got their hands in everything anymore. But the shield of America is another thing that comes in. There's continents that I guess Trump, it's the on one side of the equator, but the continents, the countries, no, it's continents. My geographical map head doesn't work. But anyway, he wants to get all these continents together and form. He wants to form it in something, and that's why he's going to call it the America's Shield. So I don't know. I just caught that the other day too. Don't quote me on what I'm saying, and I'm sure you're probably not going to. Yeah, some people could tell you, oh yeah, Cuba, this country was involved. We had the Cuban crisis back in the late 60s, early 70s. That was a big thing. I think that had to do with Russia and missiles being put in place in Cuba. So, I mean, the world domination thing has been trying to dominate. It's been going on for a long time. There was a statement I heard that we've been screwing around with Iran for over 40 years. And it's like, some of the comments, it's about damn time that we do something with them. Now, with the Ayatollah, his son taking over, who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, my thing right now is checking Cuba cop. Like I said, they've been talking about Cuba for a few days now. So we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of fucking shit going on right now. But anyway, this is Wolfgang. I hope everybody has a great Monday. Leave a comment below, man. I don't care if it says kiss my ass or whatever. Somebody's going to type that in there. Anyway, blessed be, stay safe, and I'll bullshit with y'all later. Bye.